Hello, 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 Scorpio. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. I hope you're doing well. If this is your first time, I welcome you to this channel. I hope this message will resonate with you and you will become a part of the family here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love, your support. Thank you so much for your donations as well. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And may God continue to richly bless and keep you always. Sending you love and light wherever you are, wherever this message finds you. I hope and pray that this will be an on-time word for you. I read someone's comment and they said they wish I posted more, but life is happening and just trying to balance it out, guys. But thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. Wow, patience and planning. So maybe Spirit is asking some of you to be patient, which is something you don't want to hear in this 2023. But when I add 2023, I get number 7, which is God's divine number, of completion, divine order. A lot of people are coming into their harvest season, relationships, their soul tribe, their connections. This is like a year of fulfillment. Number 7. So some of you have been patient in your planning, and now you're about to reap the fruits of your labor. So in spite of everything, you stood. I hear after you've done all you can, just stand. So some of you have been patient in whatever it is that you're praying about, been diligent. And because of that, Spirit is now coming in to bring this to pass in this year, 2023. Yes, after a year of much conflict and defeat. Number 5, some of you may be seeing number 5, which means change. So yes, a change is coming. So you have been through a lot of dramas, people coming up against you, trying to compete with you, trying to tear you down, trying to change the direction of your future. And so some of you had to go into solitude. See, sometimes, again, whatever the enemy meant for evil, God will work it out for good. So sometimes, even though the enemy brought it, God will allow it for your greater good, for your benefit. Because again, if we have to have that moment, that bring us to our knees, that breaks us. What doesn't kill us make us stronger. I mean, do you see? It's like, I'm just seeing this together, but it's like the columns back there. After you've done all you can, you just stand. There's a star that is out there shining for you. It's like Motel 6, right? Leave the light on. And the divine is leaving or left the light on for a lot of you. That lone star. You had to take this journey in solitude by yourself. Some of you, this is where you are right now. you're in this place. You know, look behind. It's like a lot of mountains, a lot of hills you had to climb, a lot of trials and tribulations. And it sent you back to the Word. It sent you back to the connection, the only one true divine encounter or counterpart you know that you have, who will never fail you, who will never let you down. I mean, it just brought to mind even like Whitney Houston before she passed away. And even though she grew up in the church and, you know, she did her thing. But it's like that week leading up to her death, it was caught on video with her singing, "Yes, Jesus loves me, because the Bible tells me so." And so for a lot of you, you know, a lot of us, we have done things where we've gone on our own, did our own thing for a long time, and we thought, you know, this was gonna work out. And then sometimes the same people who we left out with, taking their advice, their suggestions, who gave us bad advices and suggestions, they end up turning on you, left you wounded, defeated, broken, disappointed in humanity, conflict and despair, broken, and you had nowhere else to go but on your knees. You went, you looked to the hills, from whence cometh your help. The hills from where your help come from. And this brought about your transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly. This is what brought you, or this is the thing that will bring you to your awakening, to you coming into your divine calling, your divine power. I'm telling you, what the enemy meant for your evil, God is working it out for your good. Or some of you who have already gone through, and again, higher level, higher devil. So even though you may accomplish or have been through some things, but as we are growing, different challenges and obstacles are going to come up against us, which this is where we have to use our wisdom that comes from, you know, the word says that we should hide it in our heart. So this brought about transformation, death and resurrection. Listen, if it wasn't for these people, or if you're not going through this, or maybe you're going through this right now, if it wasn't for these people, you would not be where you are right now. And for those of you who are going through it, if it wasn't for friends and families or strangers, whatever, whoever, if it wasn't for these people, you're not gonna come into who you truly are. It took the same people. It took Judas to be at the table with Jesus, to know Jesus so much and yet still betray him. But what did that do? It took Jesus to the cross for us. So don't be disappointed when people hurt you, people who you love, people who you take care of, you feed them. You've been loyal to that company. that spouse, that partner, that child, those children, and they turn on you. That is the thing that is going to bring about the biggest and the best change ever in your life. I'm telling you. It had to take an opposition to bring you into your calling, to allow us to work on ourselves, to allow us to come into harmony with ourselves, to be one with ourselves. Again, if that relationship, that marriage, if it wasn't broken up by the person who you thought was your soulmate, and at the time you were in despair, you were broken, why me, why me? But if that did not happen, you will not come into your divine calling to having that relationship that you're supposed to have. Things have to die for new things to give birth into your life. Change is constant. We don't like change, but change is constant. See, this is number 5. This is number 6. It took conflict and defeat for you to come into harmony with yourself, for you to love yourself, for you to bring your divine masculine and your divine feminine into one alignment with the divine. It took those people to walk out of your life, to cheat on you, to mistreat you, in order for you to come into your soul connection with a divine partner. This is your destiny. Yes, you made the sacrifice. But you know what? You didn't give up. You did not give in. It took patience and planning. It will take you to have patience and planning. But you made the sacrifice. You were waist deep in mud. You were walking through it. You kept your head. You kept your hands above water. Your hope. You still had hope in spite of everything that you have gone through. You had hope. You kept the faith. Look, patience. Patience. Again, patience. It takes a while. You can't plant any tree today and expect to have fruit tomorrow. We have to nurture ourselves. You had to be patient, knowing that the divine knows what is best for you. And this is the thing. Like I said before, it takes a lot of us to hit the wall, to come to realize that there is nobody in this world for you like the divine. Every time you try to run out in a new relationship, new friendships, run off to do what you think is best for you, you end up being disappointed. But you know, it's like the divine had you, or the divine has you right now in the palm of his hands, nurturing you, being patient with you. See, sometimes we don't want to be patient with the divine, but the divine is always patient with us. Think about how many times we have done the same dumb thing over and over, expecting to get a different result. That is the meaning of insanity. And the divine is still patient with us. So why don't you come into harmony with the divine? To work out, to craft that connection, that destiny. to close out people, places, and things that no longer serve us, to bring us into our fated destiny, our calling. That's something where we will be fulfilled. We're not reliant on other people for our happiness, because it is inside of us. And so prosperity begins. Prosperity begins. See, a lot of people don't know that it is when you come into alignment with the divine that prosperity begins. People believe that when you start to live for the divine, then that means, man, you're suffering, you can only do this, there is a limitation, that is boundaries. No, the possibilities are endless. And the good thing, one of the good things about it is that everything is blessed, because you are walking in the divine's will and purpose. And this is what I'm saying, it takes us so many times to fail. Some of you, you still haven't learned your lessons yet, because you still keep doing the same thing, trying it your way, when in fact, you know, I hear they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like eagle. And when you're patient and you seek the Lord, and you found your destiny, you found, or you will find your destiny, your calling, your purpose. You know, when I look at this, 10 means ending, endings bring new beginnings. Wow, look, this is 10, and this is number 1, a fresh start. You know, I see, she's standing right there. Destiny, this is like the world, this is fated, closing out. And you see the different images of her there. Some of you, it's when you are walking in your destiny, you are going to have so many streams of income. I mean, your entire life will be blessed. I see the green there, all that, you know, that heart chakra, that healing energy. It is from your calling. And I've been getting this message. It's very similar. I've been getting this message a lot lately. Prosperity begins, guys. You see that? Do not neglect the days of small beginnings. Patience. Look, now you have fruits on that tree. It looks like a peach tree. See, the divine had his hands on yours all this time. The divine has his hands on you all this time. Never left you. Even though you left, you strayed away, the divine never left you. Kept nurturing you, watering you, loving on you. See? You're like the tree planted by the rivers of water. You're bringing forth your fruits in due season. Yeah. So, is this your season? Is this your season of harvest? It looks like it to me. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light. And in reverse, this card came out, disruption. No more disruption. 1 plus 6 is 7. Again, closing out those cycles of chaos. People trying to dismantle your life. People trying to turn things in your life upside down. No more of that. No more of that. Look, another number 1. Prosperity begins, love begins. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, you don't start to live until you're living for the divine. When you're living for God, that's when you start to live. So people think that giving your life over, and I'm not talking about, religion here. I'm talking about a relationship. Your connection, spiritual, with the divine. Love begins. Your prosperity begins. This is your destiny. And all of this happened because you took charge of your life. You walked away from conflict and despair. Too much drama. Too much drama. Spirit was waiting for you patiently. Some people would look at this column and say, it looks like number 11, right? That's another powerful number with the divine, that you are in alignment. Whatever you're doing, keep going. You're in the right place. Some of you may be seeing that number. You see how it all lines up? All you need to do is to get into flow. So for some of you, you may have, I think I saw a couple comments and people were saying, how do I do this? And how you do this is to come into the divine order. See, everything flows abundantly. Everything flows abundantly. No more emotional loss. You're wiser now. No more discontent. No more boredom, guys. Yes. At Calvary. This is the best life. This is the best life. Everything begins. Prosperity begins. Love begins for you. Look, awareness. Now you're more aware. Another number 1. You come into alignment with the divine. You're wiser. You're hearing from the divine. The divine is using you as a vessel, a channel. And this is why after everything that you've been through, now you are more aware. Your third eye, everything is open now. You're very sensitive to energies around you. And this is why Spirit is bringing you partnership and alliances. Yeah, when you walk away from that, the divine is going to prepare everything for you. Everything is new. Don't you see here? Love begins. Prosperity begins. You're now become very intuitive. Some of you have already gone through this journey. Some of you, you're coming out of it. Some of you, you're getting ready to go into this. Some of you, after this, you are also readers on these channels and platforms as well, because you came through an awakening. You're aware now. The scales are falling off your eyes. This is like, I've been getting this message a lot lately. For those of you who are still in conflict and despair, this is the life that you can have if you choose to leave that. The divine is not going to force you. You have an intuition. You have a gut feeling. You have an instinct. What is it telling you? You know, like Dr. Phil would say, how is that working for you? If you're still doing the same silly things and you're all you've been doing is conflict and defeat every single day, you're not happy with your life. The problem is not God. The problem is you. You need to change. New beginnings. New beginnings. You're on top of the world. The world is your oyster. I told you. You're packing lightly. This is like the fool's journey. And you know, that's the beauty about it, because after you've gone through so many things, you don't crave, you don't long for the things that you used to before. Now, things in the past made a believer out of you. Having that divine encounter made, you know, that made a believer out of you. You're more aware. You went to that transformation. That is no joke. That's your purging. This is you facing, you know, the dark night of the soul. This is you coming face to face with that part of you that you don't want to deal with. Yeah, it was worth the sacrifice. Now you are the light of the world. You are aware now. You're an ambassador for Christ. You are on a journey now. You are on a journey to wake up the collective. The divine is aligning you with people, places, and things to support you, to partner with you. Wow, this is powerful. Don't hold back. I mean, there's just so many things here. After leaving conflict in relationships, now you're coming into harmony with your true partner. After you've been patient and you handed a lot of disruption in your life. That is amazing. That is powerful. That is wonderful, Scorpio. You did the work. A lot of new beginnings here. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not. Neither decline from the words of my mouth. Get wisdom. And we saw cards about wisdom as well. You know, get wisdom. Study the word so you can be wiser. Get an understanding. Get to understand the word. Forget it not. I said it before at the beginning. Hide the word in your heart so you won't forget it. You won't decline from the words of your mouth. And so when you come upon obstacles and challenges in your life, it's the words that's going to come back to you. Spirit says, wait upon the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, upon the Lord. Again, patience, patience. Wait upon the Lord. Be of good courage. He will strengthen your heart. Oh, Spirit is saying, wait. Spirit is saying, wait. Spirit is saying, wait, Scorpio. Everything that your heart desire, it is going to come to pass. Just wait. Get in the word. Get an understanding. Do not forget it. And don't stop. Don't decline from the words of your mouth. Speak the words. Let it come from your mouth. Speak it into the atmosphere. Blessings, prosperity, abundance. No more lack, no more defeat. See, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Yes. Yes, you walk through conflict. You walk through a lot of brokenness. Some of the cards from this deck at the back was emotional withdrawal. You know, you went through obstacles. You had to stand your ground. Now this is your season of recognition and reward. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I walk through the valley, conflict of the shadow of death, transformation. I will fear no evil, because the divine is with you. And again, this is all coming from you coming into relationship. This is coming from you reading the word, hiding the word in your heart, so that when you come upon obstacles and challenges, when you come upon deception and envy, you know how to recognize it, because you have great awareness. You can now spot the fake and the phonies. You don't need, to guess and spell about people anymore. Now the divine is in you, with you. This is your life purpose, your calling, Scorpio. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. So don't begrudge anybody for what they have, because Spirit is saying a little that a righteous man have, a man who in right standing with the divine have, it is better than the riches of many wicked. And I'm going to end the video on that. If you have not yet subscribed, please, I'm asking you to do so, Scorpio. Please leave a comment if you felt led to.